Today, I'm diving into something every entrepreneur faces in their business, and that is overwhelm. I'm Gale Bates, and my channel is dedicated to entrepreneurs who work from home. And my goal here is to help entrepreneurs like you make productivity and accountability fun and simple. We have to think about being disciplined and accountable every minute of the day, but I want to show you how to turn your workday into something that you look forward to with just practical strategies that keep you motivated and on track. So I want you to take a minute to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified for any upcoming videos. As entrepreneurs, we love being our own boss, right? We love making our own decisions and we love working our own hours. However, sometimes it feels like there are just too many things on our plate and we get overwhelmed. And it's a big thing that we all have to deal with. So today I want to talk about that big thing that we all have to deal with because I've come up with 5 reasons why we feel overwhelmed. And most importantly, I'm giving you some tips on how to overcome them. Let's dive into number 1, which is talking about wearing too many hats. So when you start a business, we wear a lot of hats. There's marketing, we want sales. There's a lot of operational systems to put in place. And quite frankly, trying to handle everything can really leave you feeling stretched very thin and very defeated. My advice is to first identify your core strengths and make a list of tasks that need your immediate attention. So this could be creating a website, all the different steps you have to do to create a website. Starting a newsletter, you have to find your email marketing software to start with, and then the subject that you want to talk about. Then maybe you want to develop a product or a course. There is a lot to do when you're starting a new business. And there are a lot of decisions to make. So that's why I recommend you make a list of all of those things. And then once you have that list in place, I want you to think of these 3 things. Can I do it myself? If that makes sense, right? Can it be automated, or do I need to outsource it? So remember those 3 things, because sometimes having a virtual assistant to do those admin tasks that take up your time or automating your social media posts, that can just make a huge difference in the amount of time it takes to get things done in your business. So if you were to make that list today, here's the 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. Can I do it myself? What can I automate? Or what can I outsource? The number 2 reason we go into overwhelm is not having clear goals. If you watch my opening video on this channel, you will learn my 3 power steps on setting the right goals that help you get the right results. Because when you're unclear about your goals, you end up chasing every opportunity that comes your way. And this leads to you getting scattered, and that's when that overwhelm pops in. So without a clear vision, it's easy to feel like you're spinning your wheels. What's the answer? Well, I believe the answer is 90-day goals. I recommend you follow my method that I laid out in my 90-day goals playbook, which there is a link to below, because in that playbook, you will define what outcome you want. You will be taken through the steps to create the actions that you need to achieve that goal. So make sure you download that playbook today. The number 3 reason entrepreneurs go into overwhelm is not setting boundaries. It's so easy to blur the lines between work and personal time. We want to get it done. And when we lack boundaries, it really leads to burnout because we're always on, right? It's just too much to do. So the solution? Set specific work hours and use tools like time blocking or the Pomodoro technique. You have to remember why you chose to work for yourself, right? I'm reminding you about this today. You set the hours around your busy personal life and you get stuff done without feeling frustrated. So it's important to find time to unplug so that you can recharge and maintain that sustainable work-life balance. And that work-life balance is one question I ask in my Entrepreneurs Who Work From Home series. I want you to check out my interview with Grace Keohouhou Hao, who talks about honoring her schedule. And I'll put a link to that video in the description below. Now let's talk about reason number 4, why we go into overwhelm, and that is our fear of delegating. We want to do it all because we know we will do it right. However, That is what you call a superhero mindset. And it only adds to your workload and definitely leads to overwhelm. So my recommendation is to start slow with delegating. Train someone to handle repetitive, less critical tasks like scheduling social media or creating Google Docs. And once you build trust with that person, gradually increase their load. And I know sometimes this can be expensive, but you really have to weigh the time it takes for you to do it versus paying someone to do it. That's really important. And also, it doesn't mean you will lose control. Losing control is so big for us as entrepreneurs. It just means you're empowering others like a little team. And most of all, you are freeing yourself to focus on what I call high revenue generating tasks that you can do yourself. In my Purposeful Planner System workbook, I lay out a list of the revenue-generating tasks to help you decide what to delegate and what you must focus on yourself. Now, a link to that workbook is below. And lastly, we all seem to go into overwhelm because we lack a support system, right? Entrepreneurship can be isolating without a network or support system. It's so easy to feel like you're carrying all the weight in your business alone. And this is what contributes to feeling overwhelmed. It's important to build that support network. And I know you know this. If this is just a reminder, but join groups, join masterminds, get an accountability partner, hire a coach. But connecting with others is a must for entrepreneurs who work from home alone. With a support team, you'll know you're not in this alone. You know, overwhelm is so common for entrepreneurs who work from home. It's part of the entrepreneurial journey. But when you understand these 5 reasons why, and you take these proactive steps to overcome them, you can stay in control and keep moving forward. I like to say it's about working smarter, not harder. And that's why we love what we do. Okay, I have a question for you today. Is there something specific you're struggling with as an entrepreneur? I want you to drop it in the comments below. Let's support each other on this journey. And if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.